what's up? Figured I'd have you guys tag along. No, I'm just getting ready for work right now. I'm going to go in early. Could use some hours. So yeah, I'll have you guys tag along with me. See where we go. Well, now that I remembered to go back and get my jacket since I almost left, I can now enjoy this ride heading to work and have you guys just enjoy it with me. I will get back to you guys as soon as I get to work. got to work right now. Now I can show you guys somewhat of what I do over here at this job. Well, looks like I'm not going to be welding. I got a note on my clipboard that says, Larry, do not weld any more seams, start burning the holes for the plugs. So it looks like I'm going to be doing that, so kind of changed up my plans. I wonder if they're going to save the tubes for the robot to test it out since it went down for a few weeks. So we'll see how this goes. So with what I'm doing right here, I have 7 tubes that I have to lay out. 3 of them are already done, so I have 4 left. I have to lay out the measurements of the holes that I have to cut out later on to weld some plugs into these tubes because it's going to hold oil and they need drain plugs and also fillet plugs as well. So each tube has about 4 holes in it, so I have to try to lay each and every one of them out at the same exact measurement. So I have like a black strip that I usually use, and I just make the straight lines. It has measurements on the side of it too, so it helps out when I'm trying to do the measuring on the center of these tubes for those holes. But that's the process I have to usually do when I have to mark out these holes as well. So instead of trying to show you guys all 4 tubes at once, it's going to be too long of a video, so I'm just going to do a couple. That way you guys can just see how I lay them out, and that way I'm also not boring you guys as well. Now it's time for the fun and quick part of this job, of these tubes. Get to use the torch and cut them out. Each tube's gonna get 4 holes, so it's gonna go by quick. I got all 7 tubes to do, so it's not gonna be bad. But hey, I get to play with fire. Well, it's going to be the same thing like I did when I marked out the tubes. I'm just going to show a couple of them instead of all 7. I don't want to bore you guys, so I'm just going to play the torch and have fun. Another night down. It was good. I enjoyed it. Pretty easy work today. But time for the good part. Go home and hopefully sleep. I tend to have a hard time doing that. And my nephew calls me out on that all the time. But yeah, time to go home and relax.
Hey, what's up? Oh man, I finally made it home. I thought I was gonna have probably all my camera life to be ready back home into my garage, but it died on me on the way back. So luckily, I was able to get another battery in here, got to the house, and now I get to lay down and relax. So that's kind of something like a normal day for me. That I get to go to work, the ride to work, doing stuff there, and the ride somewhat back since my battery died. But that's just a normal. What's today? That was a Tuesday night for me. Yeah. So at least you guys got to tag along. Going to get ready to knock out. So I'll catch you guys next time.